The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
At some point, black women's lives have to matter as equal in America.
Hello everyone, it's Queen V-Line back to you with another video. This video is an update in the Ajike AJ Owens case, as a judge has sentenced Susan Lorincz, the person who unalived her on November 25th, 2024, to 25 years in prison for unaliving Ajike AJ Owens. Before I get into the update, I would like to send my continued condolences to the Owens family and the community as you continue to grieve the loss of your mother, your daughter, your friend at this time. A judge in Florida has sentenced Susan Lorincz to 25 years for unaliving Ajike AJ Owens. A jury convicted Lorincz of manslaughter in August of this year. As previously reported, Lorincz unalived Ajike outside of her home in Ocala, Florida on June 2nd, 2023, which is 80 miles northwest of Orlando. Lorincz faced a maximum sentence of 30 years imprisonment on charges originally brought against her after the shooting: 1 count of manslaughter with a weapon and 1 count of assault. Bill Gladson, the state attorney for Florida's 5th District, announced later in June of last year. In Florida, the lead prosecutor in each district is called a state attorney. During the sentence, Judge Hodges stated that Lorincz had ample time to call law enforcement and that there was no real risk that Ajike AJ Owens was trying to break into her home. The shooting was based, I find, more in anger than in fear, Hodges stated prior to sentencing. The authorities and prosecutors involved came under scrutiny in the wake of Ajike AJ Owens unaliving, in part because of the choice to charge Lorincz with manslaughter instead of second-degree homicide, as well as the fact that Lorincz was not immediately taken into custody after the shooting occurred. As previously reported, when officers began conducting interviews with witnesses and neighbors, they describe Lorincz as an antagonist who frequently harassed the neighborhood children, called them racial slurs, and then called officers making false reports. In addition, Lorincz admitted to researching stand your ground laws and self-defense prior to the shooting and on the day of her arrest. A search warrant was conducted on Lorinc's cell phone, which showed her recording the children playing outside on the night of the shooting. It should be noted that Florida's Stand Your Ground law, a controversial doctrine which has been adopted in multiple states that allows individuals to use force in self-defense scenarios, played a role in those decisions that allows a person to use deadly force without retreating if they are not engaged in criminal activity in a place where they have a right to be, perceiving an imminent threat, or believing it is necessary to prevent an unaliving, great bodily harm, or the commission of a forcible felony. Florida's Stand Your Ground law has come up in similar cases in Missouri and other states in recent years. After receiving mainstream media attention with the unfortunate unaliving of Trayvon Martin back in 2012. Now you will watch this brief news clip and I will be back with my commentary.
25 years in prison. Susan Lorincz was arrested in June of 2023 in the shooting death of 35-year-old AJ Owens.
News 6's Catherine Silver heard from the victim's family as that sentence came down.
Susan Lorincz spent 10 minutes talking about the trauma in her life and how she was terrified that night before she read a 2-minute statement apologizing to Ajike Owens' children and family. Lorincz broke down into tears immediately after she finished speaking. It was an emotional hearing for everyone in the courtroom. The neighborhood feud between Owens and Lorincz was well documented, and after a confrontation between their children who were playing outside, the dispute turned deadly. Lorincz shot and killed AJ Owens through a locked front door. Owens' mother says she felt like she could finally exhale once the judge announced the sentence. Right after the hearing, she spoke about the grief and the trauma her 4 grandchildren live with without their mother.
When this all happened, they were 3, 7, 9, and 12. Very young to even understand the gravity of what has happened, the long-term effects of what has happened. They're living in the right now, and right now they don't have a mother.
I so wish I could go back and change things so that she was still here. I would trade my life so that she could be here.
When the judge read his sentence, he said this shooting never needed to happen, and he believes that Susan Lorincz acted more out of anger than out of fear. He gave her a 25-year sentence. The maximum she could have faced was 30. Owens' family says it is still considerable, and they are pleased. In Ocala, I'm Catherine Silver, getting results, News 6.
As this chapter closes, this sentence will never bring back Ajike AJ Owens back to her 4 children. This sentencing will not remove the trauma that these 4 babies experienced last year. To going on through life's journey without their cheerleader, their support system for the rest of their lives because a neighbor felt that they had the authority to be judged juror, and ultimately executioner because Ajike Owens was standing up for her children. These laws that are being set in place, they are meant to hurt persons within our communities because persons believe that they have the authority over Black people. It is a systematic system in which persons have been trying to break down. We need to admit to the fact that when the victim is a Black woman, questions are being asked of what did she do wrong? What did she do to cause her own unaliving? The mental gymnastics that persons will do to justify the unaliving of Black people needs to be studied. A mother is no longer here to watch her babies grow into adults in society. 4 children will be forced to go through holidays, birthdays, life's biggest special moments without their mother because someone felt they had the right to take them out. And we have laws which shields these people from being prosecuted. Had it not been for national outrage and with the help of social media, activists, and civil rights attorney, Ajike AJ's story would not have been told, and officers would have believed the person whom unalived her. Again, when will we believe Black women when they are the victims in an unfortunate tragedy such as this? When will we admit that we must protect Black women? When they themselves protect everyone else without hesitation or question. Protect Black mothers. Protect Black women. Say their names, known and unknown. Say her name. Ajike AJ Owens. Justice for Ajike AJ Owens. And as always, please be safe out here, and I will see you in the next video.